I'm going live. evening, Shabbat Shalom. I'm so happy to be with you tonight as we approach our holiday weekend. I guess we're already into our holiday weekend. Someone said the other day, I was talking to her and she said, someone said something about Monday and he's like, Monday, what day is Monday? So we just even get so lost in terms of time. But anyway, we're approaching Shabbat on this holiday weekend, and it's really nice to be with you. I'm happy to be with my fellow service leaders. I'd like to have them introduce themselves to you, and then we'll begin our Shabbat service. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm Rabbi Sharon Henry. Sorry.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Molly May. I'm the cantorial soloist, and I'd like to invite you to gather up your candles and your wine or juice and your challah so that we can bring in Shabbat together with light and sweetness.
Shabbat Shalom from the tech booth. I'm Olivia Tucker. I'm so glad that we're all together in this way.
We're also joined this evening by Rabbi Larry Freedman, who will be offering the sermon this evening. Say hi, Larry. We'll say hi to Rabbi Freedman, and he'll say hi to us.
So nice to see you, Rabbi Larry Freedman, director of JJEP. No?
And Shabbat Shalom, I'm Don McGann, music director and one of your accompanists for this evening. And I would invite you to join me if you're in your Siddur. It's on page 10, the second selection of the page, Mayafeh Hayom. How lovely today is, how beautiful Shabbat is, and it is lovely and beautiful to be with you. So why don't you join me as we sing Mayafeh Hayom. Mayafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Mayafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Mayafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Mayafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
On page 2 in the Siddur, we find our blessings for lighting candles. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Psalm 96 from Kabbalat Shabbat is on page 13. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash. Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Sing to God a new song, sing to God all the earth. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash. Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. We greet Shabbat, the beauty of Shabbat, with Lecha Dodi on page 20, verses 1, 2, 5, 8, and 9. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Shamor Bezachor, Bedibur Echad, Ishmianu El Hamyuchad, Adonai Echad U'Shemo Echad, V'Shem Multiferet B'Litila. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Likrat Shabbat, Lechu v'nelcha, Ki mekor habracha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, Ki ba'orech kumi ori, uri uri shir daberi, Kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Yamin u'smol tifrotzi, Ve'et Adonai taritzi, Al yad ish ben partzi, Ben nismacha v'nagila. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Bo'i v'shalom, Ateret Bala, Gam besimcha u'betzola, Toch emunei am segula. Bo'i chala, bo'i chala. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela.
If we were together in one room, we would have an opportunity now to walk around the room, cross an aisle, shake someone's hand, say hello, introduce ourselves maybe to someone that we don't know. So we invite you now in the comments. I'm not sure how much of what I just said was when I was on mute. So let me just say that this is an opportunity to wish one another Shabbat Shalom, to do it virtually, but in the comments on YouTube. And if you'd like to say where you're from, we'd love to have that information, and we'd love to be able to know with whom we are welcoming in Shabbat. Continue now with the Psalm for Shabbat. The part of it, which is Tzadika Tamar on page 22.
And I'm going to accompany you this time, as I have, because I like listening to your voice as I play. So we continue with Tzadika Tamar.
On page 26, the transition between Kabbalat Shabbat and the evening service, Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal ve'yitkadosh shemei Rabbah, Yalma divrei chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon, u'b'chayei t'chol beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו אלא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה ויאמרו
Amen.
Baruch, the call to worship, is on page 28. We rise in body and or in spirit and face towards the east together. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam va'ed.
And on page 31, praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim.
אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We approach Mi Chamocha. It's our prayer, our song that celebrates our freedom, our redemption from slavery in Egypt, as we think about what does it mean to be free as Americans on this holiday weekend. I'd like to share a poem that was written by Langston Hughes, an American poet and writer who lived from 1902 to 1967. This prayer is called Let America Be America Again. It helps us really zero in on that idea that we're not free until all are free. Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plain seeking a home where he himself is free. America never was America to me. Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be that great, strong land of love where never kings connive nor tyrants scheme, that any man be crushed by one above. It never was America to me. Let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. Mi Chamocha, page 40.
מי כמוך פעילים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך פעילים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael.
On page 43, let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
Turning ahead one page to page 44, we continue with V'shamaru. V'shamaru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
On page 46 is the meditation for the beginning of the tefillah, which we will continue silently. So, again, we together rise in body or in spirit, facing towards the east. And we're going to start this meditation with a yalalai.
Am I
Mishaberach is on page 253. Reach that moment in our service where we think about those members of our community, our family, our friends who are in need of healing, those we don't know, as well as those we do know. Think about those who are struggling with illness, with isolation, with fear, grief, loneliness. We think now of those members of our community whose names we know and pray for their healing of body and spirit. Nancy Berkowitz, Les Berkowitz, Millard Biloon, Olivia Burton, Naum Kaplan, Liba Cheka Bat Rosa, Lee Kramer, Lev Podorovsky, Maria Pukshansky, Zev Ben Simcha, and Elchanan Ben Chaya. We sing together Mishaberach.
Remember that the first paragraph is for us, that we might be a blessing to those around us before we ask for blessing for those people that we named and those that we hold in our hearts. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha La'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Oh, so I'm on. I'm looking at the comments as I'm there. Olivia, just make sure I'll read the comments so that you can hear me. Hi, everyone. Rabbi Larry Freedman. I'm the director of JJEP. And Rabbi Henry asked if I would speak tonight, which I really appreciate. I actually had written something a little while ago, and I was like, oh, I could use that. But can I connect it to the Torah portion? This is always the challenge. So there is an interesting part of the Torah portion, real quick. It starts off, you and your brother Aaron, this is in Chukat, you and your brother Aaron take the rod and assemble the community, and before their very eyes, order the rock to yield its water. Thus you shall produce water for them from the rock and provide drink for the congregation and their beasts. This is a familiar moment. A lot of you probably know this. That God says the people wanted water. They're out in the desert. They're thirsty. They wanted water. And God says, go order the rock. Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he had commanded him, as God had commanded him. Moses and Aaron assembled the congregation in front of the rock. And he said to them, listen, you rebels, shall we get water for you out of this rock? Now, that is also very familiar. And there's different reasons why Moses later on is punished and doesn't get to go into the land of Israel. And this is one of those moments because he took something and claimed it exclusively for himself. So some people says that it's because he hit the rock, but here's another look. God said, take the rod and strike the rock. And Moses and Aaron said, listen, you rebels, shall we get water? Not shall we get water, shall God get water, but shall we get water? And so they claimed something for themselves. They made something universal, God's presence, God's power, into something very specific, their presence and their power. And so perhaps you'll see a slight connection to what I wrote for this July 4th. As the protests around Pittsburgh and the country continue, with people demanding an end to abusive police officers and sometimes entire departments, I see the signs people bring. Earnest signs, clever signs. I don't bring a sign. I bring my flag. It surprises some people that Old Glory would fly at a place where we are shouting about the persistent racism in America and the people, Black people, who have been murdered because of that racism. Here's why I bring my flag. When I pledge allegiance to the flag, I am stating that this flag belongs to the United States of America and not to any one political party or cause. I am pledging fealty to the republic for which it stands, a republic, not a monarchy, not a fascist state, not a theocracy, not a dictatorship. Sure, there are many people these days who might prefer any of those types of states. Not a few people wish the country were run by Holy Writ. Some of our leaders are tired of the messiness of democracy and the constant irritant of checks and balances. There's quite a few of the citizenry who are considering giving up on the republic as well. Benjamin Franklin was once asked, "Do we have a republic or monarchy?" His answer, "A republic, if you can keep it." I fly the flag in the streets specifically because we reject fascism, reject theocracy, reject dictatorship. We are one nation, which, if we take that notion even slightly seriously, simply demands actual equal justice under the law. That is something any patriot should be willing to die for. Indeed, many have. All of us in this nation are equal partners in this nation. Equal partners demand equal treatment. If you can't get behind that truth, you shouldn't be reciting this pledge. One can wrap 100 flags around one's shoulders, but if you stoke division, you are no patriot, and you have failed this pledge. I am aware that "under God" was added in 1954 as a Cold War poke to those godless communists. We were fighting coldly back then. Still, I'm a religious man, so those words rise above international politics. Under God is a moral statement. If we are all under God, then we are all fundamentally equal before God. Or can some people be more under God and some people less under God? If we are equal before God, don't you think we should demand to be equal before the justice system, employers, schools, and each and every corner of this country? Centuries of theology have given us a different take on this. Some would teach, do not worry about the suffering today, for in the world to come, at the end of days, you will be made right. Judgment day will come. To this I say, meh. I will take my justice now, thank you very much, and not delegate it to God at some future date to be determined. One should not be permitted to be unjust in the here and now, asking God to clean up our mess in the future. No, indeed, I will have my country with liberty and justice for all right now. That is the whole point of the pledge, isn't it? Liberty and justice for all is the very essence of the American experiment. It is what we fight for, what we have died for. The scar on this country is deep, a laceration made by those who work very hard to be sure that liberty, the freedom to live one's life without undue interference, and justice, the value that all are treated exactly the same way by the authorities, will not happen. There are citizens right now trying to limit the movement of other citizens. Massive efforts happening right now to limit, for example, the ability to vote. Liberty and justice for all is an absolute with no caveat, no what about, no commentary. Don't say the pledge, don't fly the flag if you can't get behind that. When I bring my flag, I remind myself, I remind others that liberty and justice for all means the lives of all Americans are due liberty and justice. Indeed, all who live within our borders. These past few weeks, we focused on one particular group, who have some thoughts on the subject. I'm proud that my flag reminds us that liberty and justice for all demands we specifically state Black Lives Matter. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much, Rabbi Freedman. We will begin to bring our service to a conclusion with Aleinu, which is on page 282. And I would say that it is on us, as Aleinu says, to work towards bringing that vision of liberty and justice for all to fruition, especially on this, our Independence Weekend. Page 282. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהר, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. On page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved, each of us, for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu, bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
So just a minute, we will recite Kaddish together, page 294. Two things. I'm going to talk for a couple minutes to allow you time to write names of people whose yard sites you are observing at this time into the comments, and I'll ask Olivia to gather up those names so that they might read them aloud. I have a list of recently deceased, but not a yard site list in front of me. So if you might do that, I'd really like to be able to recite the names before Kaddish for you tonight. I just want to give you some time to do that and explain. I had invited Rabbi Freedman to offer that Devar Torah because I had read something he posted on Facebook at some point about his flag, and I had seen at a couple of rallies, at least protests with his flag, and I really appreciated what he had to say about it. It's sort of the way I feel also about Judaism and Jewish symbols and holidays and traditions that don't belong only to the Orthodox or only to men or only to Israelis. They belong to everybody. And same thing with our flag. It belongs to all of us. And we need to just work so hard to make sure that what it stands for everyone. And that includes everyone who lives in this country to have liberty and justice. So I really appreciated Rabbi Freedman's thoughts, and thank you, Rabbi Freedman, for sharing them. So I will read our list of recently deceased members of our community and friends, and I have one yard site, and then we'll have Olivia read any others that we've collected. So on this Shabbat, we think of Robert Buck Sr., Gladys Estelle Bronstein Burstein, Gary Goldhammer, Lucille Cohen Gordon, Susan H. Kantrowitz, Martin C. Sloan, Barry Saul Yar, and we observe the yard site of Carl Shallett. And
Stanley Cohen.
Go ahead.
We have a Kaddish for Stanley Cohen and Kurt Dorenberg, Alan's father.
Zichronam livracha, may all their memories be for blessing. On page 294, Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Divra chute, yamlich machute, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chaye defol beit Yisrael, agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei
Hey
shmei
Shmei Rabba Mivarach Le'olam Omei Omaya.
yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalal, shmei dekudesha birchu,
Richu.
amin kol birchata v'sherata, tushvachata v'nechamata, Damiran v'alma v'imru amen.
Amen.
Hey Shlama Rabba Min Shmaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen.
Amen.
Shalom B'mromav
Amav,
Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael
Yisrael,
Kol Yoshvei Tevel
Tevel.
V'imru Amen.
Amen.
Ose shalom imromav, huyase shalom, alinu vel kol Yisrael, ve'imeru amen.
I'm going to share some announcements for the coming week. After our service concludes, we have a Zoom Oneg, the link to which is in the description for the YouTube video that you're currently watching. This is a light week, but we want to let you look forward to a few things. There isn't Torah and Times this week, but our regular events, sewing and knitting group, our meeting, the pre-Shabbat sip and schmooze with the women of Rodef Shalom is happening as well. And look out for the JJEP rainy day programs. Later in the month, we have an exciting couple of events. One is a series with the Prayer Practice and Learning Committee and the Women of Rodef Shalom, collaborating on an introduction to the Women's Torah Commentary, an incredible work of Torah commentary from the women of Reform Judaism. So this will be a 4-week series starting July 16th. This is Thursday evenings with Lynn Magid Lazar. And then I'm actually doing the next week. Bill Klingensmith is the 3rd, and our own Rabbi Henry is the 4th week. So look forward to that. The registration is in the Shalomogram. Another thing to register for is the next book club with the Littman Library called The Lake on Fire. It's by Rosalind Brown. It's set in 1890s Chicago, and it's a love affair between a poor Jewish woman, Chaya, and a wealthy white Anglo-Saxon Protestant WASP, Gregory Stillman. So quite a time to have that kind of romance, a flashback. So if you're interested in joining, that is July 21st, and email Sam, our librarian, at cskind@rodefshalom.org. The fast of the 17th of Tammuz is this week. So if you are fasting on Thursday, a meaningful fast to you. And as we head into the rest of our service, again, the Zoom Oneg link is in the description for the video. So if you're looking for more links, everything's in the Shalomogram. If you're not getting those emails, let me know at tucker@rodefshalom.org. Turn it over to Molly for Shalom Aleichem.
So Shalom Aleichem followed by Kiddush and Motzi. Shalom Aleichem Malachi Hasharet Malachi Elyon Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kochem Leshalom Malachi Hashalom Malachi Elyon Mi Kiddush is on page 5. I figured I'd give the voluntold choir an evening off. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim ki banu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol amim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'veratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadish haShabbat.
Amen. Chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
B'tei avon.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Good weekend.
Zoom Oneg.
See y'all.
Are we off?